The sun was shining brightly, casting a warm golden glow over the entire park. The sky was a clear, brilliant blue, with not a single cloud in sight. It was one of those perfect days that seemed to be made for outdoor adventures and fun. The birds were singing a happy song, their melodies blending harmoniously with the gentle rustling of the leaves. It was as if nature itself was celebrating the beautiful day, inviting everyone to join in the joy. It was a perfect day for flying a kite. The gentle breeze was just strong enough to lift the kites high into the sky, making them dance and twirl with grace. Children of all ages had gathered, their faces lit up with excitement and anticipation.
Oh boy, I love to play with my friends. There's nothing better than spending a sunny day at the park, running around and laughing together. We always have so much fun, especially when we get to fly our kites.
Today they were all at the park and their favorite spot for weekend adventures. The grassy fields were dotted with colorful kites, each one unique and beautiful in its own way. The children ran back and forth, their laughter echoing through the air. Buddy's friend, Lily the rabbit, had a brand new kite. She had been waiting all week to show it off to her friends. It was a special kite, one that she had picked out herself from the toy store. It was red and yellow, shaped like a beautiful butterfly. The wings were decorated with intricate patterns and it sparkled in the sunlight. Lily was so proud of her kite, she couldn't wait to see it soar.
Wow, that kite is amazing, Lily! I've never seen anything like it before. It's going to look so cool flying up in the sky.
Lily threw the kite up high, her heart pounding with excitement. She watched as the wind caught the kite, lifting it higher and higher. It was a magical moment, one that she would remember for a long time. The wind caught it and the kite soared into the air. It danced and twirled, its colorful wings fluttering gracefully. The children cheered and clapped, their eyes glued to the sky as they watched the kite's mesmerizing flight.
I've never seen a kite fly so high before. It's like it's touching the clouds. This is the best day ever.
Lily giggled, her heart filled with joy. She felt a sense of pride and happiness as she held onto the string, guiding her beautiful kite through the sky. Her tail wagging happily as she held onto the string, Lily felt like she was on top of the world. The kite was a symbol of her dreams and aspirations, soaring high and free.
Hee hee, it's amazing, isn't it? There's nothing quite like the feeling of flying a kite on a sunny day. It's like we're all part of something magical.
The children spent the rest of the afternoon running and playing, their kites soaring high above them. The park was filled with the vibrant colors of the kites, each one telling its own story. It was a day of pure joy and wonder, a day that they would cherish forever. As the sun began to set, casting a warm orange glow over the park, the children slowly began to gather their kites. They shared stories of their adventures, their faces glowing with happiness. It had been a perfect day, one that they would always remember. With the last rays of sunlight fading, the children waved goodbye to each other, promising to meet again for more kite-flying fun. The park grew quiet, but the memories of the day lingered, a reminder of the simple joys of childhood. As night fell, the stars began to twinkle in the sky, a beautiful end to a perfect day. The children went home, their hearts full of happiness and their minds filled with dreams of their next adventure. Buddy wanted to try flying the kite too. He had seen Lily do it so effortlessly, and it looked like so much fun. The way the kite danced in the sky, twirling and swirling with the wind, was mesmerizing. Buddy's eyes sparkled with excitement as he imagined himself guiding the kite through the air. He couldn't wait to feel the tug of the string and see the kite soar high above the trees. Lily carefully gave him the string. She had been flying kites for a while and knew how important it was to hold on tight. She showed Buddy how to grip the string properly and reminded him to always keep an eye on the kite. "It's all about balance," she said, smiling. "You have to feel the wind and move with it."
Hold on tight. Don't let go, no matter what. The wind can be tricky sometimes, and you need to be ready for anything. Just remember to have fun and enjoy the moment.
Buddy grasped the string in his big paws. He felt a surge of excitement as the kite began to lift off the ground. The string vibrated in his hands, and he could feel the power of the wind pulling the kite higher and higher. Buddy's heart raced with joy. This was even better than he had imagined. He started to run, laughing. The kite soared behind him, its colorful tail fluttering in the breeze. Buddy felt like he was flying too, his feet barely touching the ground as he raced across the field. The world seemed to blur around him, and all he could see was the kite dancing in the sky.
"This is fun!" Buddy shouted, his voice filled with pure joy. He couldn't believe how amazing it felt to fly a kite. Every gust of wind made the kite dip and dive, and Buddy felt like he was part of an incredible adventure.
Suddenly the wind changed. It became stronger and more unpredictable. The trees swayed and leaves rustled loudly. Buddy could feel the difference immediately. The kite started to pull harder, and he had to use all his strength to keep it under control. It gave the kite a big tug. Buddy wasn't ready. The sudden force caught him off guard, and he stumbled. The string slipped through his fingers, and he tried desperately to grab it again, but it was too late. He lost his grip on the string. The kite shot up into the sky, carried away by the powerful wind. Buddy watched in horror as it drifted further and further away. He felt a pang of sadness and disappointment. He had been having so much fun, and now it was all going wrong. The kite flew up into a tree. It got tangled in the branches, and Buddy could see it struggling against the twigs and leaves. He ran towards the tree, hoping he could somehow rescue it. There was a loud "oi-ip." The sound echoed in Buddy's ears, and he knew it wasn't good. The beautiful kite that had brought him so much joy was now damaged. He felt a lump in his throat as he looked up at the torn fabric. The beautiful butterfly kite was torn and hanging on a branch. Its vibrant colors were now marred by rips and tears. Buddy felt a wave of sadness wash over him. He had wanted to fly the kite so badly, and now it was ruined.
"Oh no!" Buddy exclaimed, his voice filled with dismay. He couldn't believe what had happened. The kite was supposed to be a symbol of fun and freedom, but now it was just a broken mess. He looked at Lily, hoping she wouldn't be too upset. Lily walked over to Buddy and put a comforting hand on his shoulder. "It's okay, Buddy," she said softly. "We can fix it. Kites can be mended, and we can always try again." Her words brought a small smile to Buddy's face. He realized that even though the kite was broken, the fun they had shared was still intact. Together, they walked away from the tree, hand in hand. They knew that this wasn't the end of their kite-flying adventures. With a little bit of effort and teamwork, they could make the kite fly again. And next time, they would be even more prepared for the unexpected twists and turns of the wind.
Buddy's smile disappeared. He had been so happy just a moment ago, playing with his friends in the park. The sun was shining and the sky was clear. Everything seemed perfect until it wasn't. His heart sank to his paws. He couldn't believe what had just happened. The joy he felt was replaced with a heavy feeling of guilt and sadness. Lily's beautiful kite was broken. It had been soaring high in the sky, dancing with the wind. Now it lay on the ground, torn and lifeless. He looked at Lily. Her face was crumpled and sad. She had worked so hard on that kite, and now it was ruined. Buddy could see the disappointment in her eyes, and it made his heart ache even more.
"I feel terrible," Buddy whispered, his voice barely audible. He wished he could turn back time and prevent the accident from happening.
Buddy felt terrible. The weight of his actions pressed down on him, making it hard to breathe. He had never felt this way before, and he didn't know what to do. His tummy felt funny, all twisty and tight. It was as if 1,000 butterflies were fluttering inside him, making him feel even more uneasy. He didn't mean to break the kite. It was an accident, but that didn't make him feel any better. What should he do? How could he make things right? He looked around for help. Maybe someone could give him an idea or a solution. He needed to fix this, not just for Lily, but for himself too.
"What should I do now?" Buddy thought, his mind racing with possibilities. He felt lost and unsure, hoping for a sign or a bit of guidance.
Buddy's mind was racing, filled with thoughts of how to make amends. He didn't want to let his friend down. He needed to find a way to fix the kite, or at least make Lily smile again, trying to find a way to make things right. He knew it wouldn't be easy, but he was determined to try. Buddy took a deep breath, ready to face the challenge ahead. Just then, Buddy saw a wise old owl perched on a branch above. Owl had seen everything.
Sometimes even when we don't mean to, we make mistakes.
"What should I do?"
A true friend says, "I'm sorry," and tries to make things right.
Buddy knew what he had to do. He took a deep breath and went over to Lily.
"Lily, I'm so sorry I broke your kite."
Lily looked up at him, her eyes still teary. That afternoon, Buddy went to the store. He used all his allowance. He bought the prettiest kite he could find. It was even bigger and brighter than Lily's old one. The next day, Buddy went back to the park. He gave Lily the new kite.
I hope this makes up for it.
Lily's face lit up like a Christmas tree.
Thank you, Buddy. It's beautiful.
They spent the rest of the afternoon flying the new kite together, laughing in the sunshine. Buddy learned a valuable lesson that day. Saying sorry can be hard, but it's important to make things right when we make mistakes. True friends forgive each other, and playing together is always more fun.
Watch more on Booki Kids Show.